you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Rachel Kinney. I'm a sophomore Feb at Middlebury College, and I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota.
And what are you doing for your community work?
I'm working with the Vermont Folklife Center. They have this project right now called New Lives, New Vermont, I believe. And they're kind of displaying cultures of new immigrant communities to Vermont, such as the Burundian community or Somali Bantu, and there's maybe 6 or 7 that they have art on display at the center. And so what Ben and I are doing is doing more research into these communities and what their cultures are, specifically in America. If people want to find more information on them after seeing this exhibit, it'll all be online.
And what's your experience been like so far?
It's been good. We only have been to the center once. We're kind of doing a satellite work for Greg. Greg Sharrow is the director, I believe, of the Vermont Folklife Center, or he's directing us at least. And he, as part of his job, is traveling around Vermont all the time. So what we're doing is online research, creating a document with really good information and notes that we can periodically send to him, and we're talking to him throughout the process. And he's great and helpful, and I'd like to continue working there afterwards. So
is this your first opportunity doing community work in Addison County?
No, I've actually volunteered at Bridport Elementary in the past and done a few other smaller projects.
And how has this experience differed, do you think?
I feel like this is a really great opportunity to provide real service. I mean, I think the work I've done at Bridport Elementary is really great. I enjoy working with kids, after school programs with children, but the work that I'm doing here I feel could be a more long-term thing, and it'll be going up on the website, and I feel like I'm actually learning a lot for myself and for my major and what I might want to be doing, but also providing some really good information for the center.
Is there one particular aspect of this experience that really makes this something that you want to do, beyond January, beyond just, the Spirit of Change class?
Yeah, well, I think when I started doing research of the communities, I found all this information that I had never heard of or seen much of before, and I thought it was really interesting to me that there's so much out there that I didn't know about, especially in Vermont, which we don't think of as a particularly diverse state, but it really is. And I think raising awareness, getting more knowledge out there about all the different cultures that are existing here and what needs they might have and how we might be able to work with them and promoting their cultural retention and things like that is very interesting to me.
Speaking more broadly, do you think this experience at the Folklife Center has impacted sort of your larger worldview?
Maybe. I don't know if I'd say strongly impacted my worldview, at least yet, because I've only been doing this project for about 2 weeks or so. But it has taught me specific other cultures that I haven't learned about before, and I definitely plan to continue expanding my knowledge and working with different cultures and that kind of thing.
And just in terms of thinking about issues like income inequality and social justice, do you feel particularly strongly one way or another, or if there's one thing that you'd look to see improved in terms of how U.S. Americans look at poverty and income inequality? Is there one thing that you would like people to think more about?
Yeah. Well, I think that one thing that I have learned from this project, I was looking at a booklet for new immigrants about coming to America and dealing with this new place. And it seemed that the support systems were somewhat good because they provided the basics that were necessary for people at the beginning of starting a new life. especially for refugees. But it kind of made me think of this larger idea I have, which is that there isn't enough support necessarily, or enough awareness of what is out there. Like, I didn't know there were refugees from Burundi in large numbers living in Vermont, and they have needs beyond just winter clothing that I don't think are being provided or addressed. And similarly for people in poverty, I think that it's easy to just forget about it and not even see that it's there. But really going forward with more programs to address all of what we could do to change that would be good.
Thank you.